taking on the Pacers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, 2 losses through the first 3 games of the season. They want to even the score tonight. Pacers, Sixers, coming right up. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Wiseman in at the 5. And for the 76ers, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Maxey. And there's Embiid. Then it's MP. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Now this season, Clark, is still very, very young. How much do you take away from these first handful of games of a season?
I think you take away quite a bit as a whole organization. You know, the front office execs are already thinking about how the team can do better, where they might be able to make moves to improve the squad, as are the coaches. So I think these games are important and valuable.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Knicks. Siakam misses. And so MP will bring it up for Philadelphia, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
At the line for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
Free throw good, Maxey. We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
Now, here's George. And a wide-open look for MP. No good on the 3. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Here's Nembhard. No good. Good defense by MP. And David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
Now, in talking about Tyrese Halliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Halliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler. I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Great pass by Maxey there. This guy really clever at finding ways to get his teammates involved.
Halliburton with it. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
And it was a huge night for him at the other end as well. How about the steals? And he was just a big headache the entire game. And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Here's Maxey. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. For Indiana, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Clark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Now, here's Siakam. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets. He's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Just 5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. MP, no good. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers.
2 minutes remaining.
They trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Pass to Wiseman. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And here's Halliburton. Here's Neesmith. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's good. 2 points.
Boy, a promising mid-range game that's highlighted by strong fundamentals and mechanics. Hardaway Jr., a productive scorer.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Both teams changing it up here.
Now we get a chance to look at Tyrese Halliburton, coming off a terrific season. And he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor. An absolute magician with the basketball. Now, here is Halliburton. Nothing on the board. Fires the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Halliburton showing you a lot of confidence in his three-point stroke. That's something he's worked on.
MP passes to Cornette. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. Pacers trail by 4. Halliburton kicks to a Okoro. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luke Cornette. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Now, Mathurin. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. Just 2 to shoot. Off target from outside. The 76ers leading by 4. And MP throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
He's got quickness. Mathurin gets defenders on their heels.
76ers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And the dunk by MP.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
And taken away by Brown. From past the arc, it's good from long range.
Oh, man, carving this defense to pieces with the drive. Well done.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead. They're up by 9. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Caleb Martin. Then it's MP. And it's Cornette in its center. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter. And he makes the first. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Cavaliers lit up the floor. He scored 16 points, and his assertiveness drew a lot of attention from the defense. He drew a good amount of fouls. And his play is what allowed them to finally bust free. Snapping a losing streak like that is huge for a team's confidence. Kevin, it'll be interesting to see if he can help them get another W tonight.
Thanks, David. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
You never really know what will happen game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet against him.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
Here's Nembhard after the made shot from MP. Nembhard with it. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Philadelphia. George is checked in for Martin. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Oladipo. And Maxey subbed in for Bruce Brown. And Indiana with a change here, too. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Toppin. Both shots good from the stripe. Pacers trail by 15. And there's the pass to Nesmith. Will it go? Good defense by MP.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
The Pacers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Passes it to Nembhard. On the wing, Williams. Now Mills. And Embiid with the block.
Embiid stiff-arming that shot with authority. No mercy.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And looking now at the numbers for MP, some last season stats for him. He was around 16 points per last year, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Free throw good, MP. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And the 76ers making a change here. Stevens is checked in. And he makes the first but misses the second.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now, here is Halliburton. Trying to get something going. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
The shot by George, no good. 1:35 left to play in the first half. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
George passes to MP. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. MP's got 12 now in this quarter.
George continuing to become a better passer. That's one area that's clearly improved over his career.
And the Pacers call time here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. And Indiana making a change here. Matherin's checked in. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Tyrese Halliburton on top.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And providing the support, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Philadelphia.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that
one. And MP throws it down.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half. There's the lob to the hoop. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Nice feed from Halliburton. He's really put in the work to become an outstanding passer.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. And the three off target. Pacers trail by 15. Down low, Nesmith finds Halliburton. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
From deep three-point land, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Philadelphia feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court right now for the Pacers. The forward spots with Neesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Wiseman in at the 5, down low.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
And here are the Pacers now. The 76ers getting the bucket. Nembhard finds Siakam. Rebound by the 76ers. MP's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Hardaway. Nembhard grabs the board. Pacers trail by 16. And it's Halliburton penetrating. It's not going to go for him. Philadelphia shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Good. And MP throws it down.
Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Maxey against Halliburton. Over Embiid. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Halliburton's got 8 points.
Halliburton right in his comfort zone operating the pick and roll. Excellent. Excellent at taking what he sees.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Third, you, dance team.
He's checked in for Maxey. And the Pacers also making a change. Toppin's checked in. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Brown outside. MP passes to Embiid. MP kicks to George. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Halliburton. He's got 8. Pass to Toppin. Shot clock at 6. Halliburton passes to Neesmith. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The 76ers leading by 19 points. And it's Brown missing. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Kicks it to Toppin. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Mark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. Love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Siakam misses.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's MP. Pacers with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Brown. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Tell you what, I don't care what he lacks in height. You got to box this guy out. He's got a nose for the ball, and he's fearless and relentless pounding the glass.
Now the pass to Nembhard. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah.
Philadelphia leading by 20. They've got Paul George. He's out there with MP, and it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Knocked away. MP kicks to Maxey. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. On the wing, MP. 6 to shoot. Pass to McCain. The 3. And the 76ers get it back. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here are the Pacers now. Halliburton inside the three-point line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Halliburton's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pacers. To the paint, here's George. He dishes it to Embiid. George trying to break free. And Embiid throws it down.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Halliburton against Maxey. Here's Wiseman. And good that time. The 76ers leading by 18. Here's MP. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Siakam is checked in for Benedict Mathurin. He's off on the second. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. Trailing by 19. Goes back up. A nice shot by Nesmith.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half. But he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Oh, I don't very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Wiseman, the pass to Halliburton. Traps in the tray. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Good. And the dunk by MP.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like the Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Into the lane. And the rejection by Embiid. MP passes to Maxey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Aaron Nesmith.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there, fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
Free throw good, Maxey. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Halliburton outside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. To the inside. Here's Embiid. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 5 assists in the game. The Pacers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Wiseman. And the rejection by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 22. Good. And he makes good on the layup. 35 points for MP.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Halliburton. Here's Wiseman. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim. And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for Philadelphia.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
Okoro, he's checked in for Indiana.
At the line for 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw is good by Toppin.
You know, Obi Toppin is known as a high flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
now. Here's Heald, covered by Okoro. He's off on that one. And it's Indiana's ball. Outside Williams. Passes to Siakam. 24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 5 on the clock. Mills dishes to Williams. Fires from deep. And it's MP with the rebound. Pass to Embiid. Back to MP. Can he keep it going? Can't connect. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one. For what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.